Welcome to my list fairy. Today we're playing Would You Rather Zelda Edition. Roll the intro. So I asked you guys to ask me Would You Rather questions on my YouTube community tab, and you guys delivered. We have a lot to go through, so let's get into it. Little disclaimer, I'm having light issues today, so my green screen is a little weird and the lighting is a little weird. I'm sorry. Can you just pretend that it's all normal? Thank you. Okay. Alright, our first question is from Lindsay Landeck 7457, and it reads, would you rather have to be stuck hanging out with Revali or Ganondorf for a day? I feel like Ganondorf would have more interesting conversation, but it depends on Ganondorf's mood. I'd feel safer with Revali, obviously, so I think I'm gonna say Revali just out of survival instinct. But I would be interested in Ganondorf's small talk, if that makes sense. Next one is from Ninten Goob. Would you rather have Midna as a companion or have Navi as a companion? Midna, 100%, because she's cool and not annoying. I think everyone agrees with me on that one. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear birds. It's just the birds are happy today. There's a lot going on outside. Next one from Ninten Goob. Would you rather live in the Age of Calamity or live in Tears of the Kingdom? As a fan of the game, I feel like Age of Calamity would be cooler because you'd be interacting with the characters. Everyone's alive. The champions are alive. It's more fun. Everyone's together. But it's also, it feels more dangerous possibly because everything's about to happen. So probably Tears of the Kingdom just because things are a bit more settled. Obviously there's still impending doom, but it feels a bit more settled, a bit more things are starting to get rebuilt and stuff. Probably a bit safer than Age of Calamity. So Tears of the Kingdom, but it wasn't an easy decision. Another one from Ninten Goob. Would you rather live in Skyloft, Hyrule, Goland Island, the Great Sea, or Labrina? I think Skyloft. Skyloft seems very peaceful and nice. I'm not great with heights, so I probably wouldn't look down too often, but I think Skyloft. It just feels like the most relaxing, possibly. Another one from Ninten Goob. Would you rather marry Link or marry Sidon? Link. I'm not a huge Sidon fangirl. There are characters that go higher on, the husband list. I'm much more of a Teba person than Sidon, for example. So, Link for sure. Link would be my number one anyway. Not that, Sidon is a bad husband. I'm sure he's great. To... what's her face? Yona. Next one from Ninten Goob. Would you rather be able to turn into a wolf like Twilight Princess, have a Loftwing from Skyward Sword, have a Minish Cap, a King of Reliance, or your own fairy? I wouldn't really enjoy Loftwing. I don't like flying. I'm between wolf and fairy, but I feel like having my own fairy could be distracting, in everyday life. So I think turn into a wolf, because that sounds peaceful. You'd have a peaceful moment, you know? Just be one with nature. Yeah, wolf. Turn into a wolf. Next one is from Reaper Kitty 918. Would you rather need to only find 20 Koroks or get the Master Sword after the tutorial? I think getting the Master Sword right after the tutorial would be very anticlimactic. It wouldn't feel satisfying in a sense. So I think only 20 Koroks, because I haven't been enjoying finding Koroks in Tears of the Kingdom, to be honest. I kind of had fun with that in Breath of the Wild, but I felt like we didn't need to do it all again, if that makes sense. So 20 Koroks sounds great, actually. Would you rather kill Sidon or Yunobo? Yunobo. He's my least favorite sage / champion. He's at the bottom of the list out of all of them. And I think Sidon is way more useful just as a character. I don't hate Yunobo, but he's just low on the list. It's a little annoying. Next one is from BillyBob159. Would you rather kill 500 Lynels, not at the same time, or 5 Ganondorfs at once? I feel like both are doable, but they're difficult in different ways. So the 500 Lynels, if I'm allowed to eat all the healing food and stuff, it's time consuming, but I've gotten so much better at killing Lynels lately. So it would take a few hours probably. 5 Ganondorfs at once seems harder skill-wise. However, with enough rocket shields and arrows, I feel like I could do that more easily in terms of just going into bullet time with like 5 attack, multi-shot bow, some Gibdo bones. Like it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, it'd be hard, but less exhausting than the 500 Lino. So I'm gonna go with 5 Ganondorfs at once. If someone makes a mod of that, I'd love to try it just to see if I can actually put my money where my mouth is. Would you rather fight Puppet Ganon from Wind Waker in Tears of the Kingdom or Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom in Wind Waker? I think Puppet Ganon in Tears of the Kingdom, because I'm just better at the Tears of the Kingdom mechanics. Like, I'm good at the game, and I never actually finished Wind Waker, so I wouldn't be very skilled at it right away. So I think anything in the Tears of the Kingdom universe I'd be better at. So Puppet Ganon in Tears of the Kingdom. Next one is from Dre Gaming. Would you rather try dubious food from Tears of the Kingdom in real life or rock hard food? Dubious food. Dubious food, at least like I think I could chew and swallow. It wouldn't taste great, but it wouldn't hurt me. I feel like rock hard food would hurt me. I don't think I could do it. I'm not built like Link. Would you rather have recall for your entire life or Ultra Hand for half of your life? I think recall would not be super useful in real life. Like, I'm trying to, like, maybe, like, if you drop something, you can use recall, but how often are you dropping things, really, that you just can't just pick up in 2 seconds? So I think Ultra Hand for half of my life. I would probably choose, like, the last half of my life, if that makes sense. Like, the half of my life, like, until I die. Because I think the older you get, the more useful Ultra Hand would be. So, I mean, it'd be cool to have it now, but I feel like when I'm older, it's going to be more useful. So, Ultra Hand. Ultra Hand. Next one is from Hylian Kitty. Would you rather camp in the Hebra Mountains or in the Gerudo Desert? If I'm dressed for the weather, in both situations, Hebra Mountains. I do better in cold weather, but I need layers. So if I have a good camp set up with a fire, like a campfire, and layers and stuff, I think Hebra Mountains. I think Gerudo Desert would be harsher. Next one from Hylian Kitty. Would you rather go back in time like Zelda, or make your spirit go into a robot like Minoru so you can see the future? I would hate both. I would not have fun with either of those. I think going back in time just sounds really agonizing, just being in the past, knowing like about everything that happens, all the tragedies, like everything that you want to avoid but you probably can't. And then going to the future as a robot seems cooler, but like, I don't want to live forever, because I'm already tired, you know? But out of the two options, Minoru, like robot like Minoru, because I feel like going back in time would just be super agonizing. I just wouldn't enjoy it at all. Next one from Hylian Kitty. Would you rather deal with a sand shroud destroying your town, causing you to go underground, or a blizzard causing a food shortage? Sand shroud and going underground, I think, because that just sounds safer, because at least you're underground and you're safe underground. If there's a blizzard, where do you go? Like, you're just kind of stuck at home. Like, if you look at Gerudo Town. Is it a city or a town? Town, right? If you look at Gerudo Town underground, they have a pretty nice setup there. Like, it's not horrible. They're doing okay. So I think it's just easier to deal with. Next one from Hylian Kitty. Would you rather sacrifice yourself to help others by imprisoning someone like Rauru, or by dragonification like Zelda? Once again, two options that, like, I wouldn't enjoy either situations. I feel like probably imprisoning someone, because if you're doing the dragonification, then you just kind of, like, unless you have Link there who loves you, and Rauru and Sonia's spirit to turn you back, then you're just kind of stuck like that for eternity, not really knowing what's going on, and that doesn't seem like fun. With the imprisoning, at least at some point, something's gonna happen, and you're gonna be free. Next one is from Mr. Edwin. Would you rather fight 5 King Gleeoks or fight an army of Gloomhands? I'm gonna say army of Gloomhands. The issue with King Gleeoks is that you can't really defend yourself against every element with one armor, so you're always vulnerable to something. So I would struggle keeping up with, like, all the attacks of the different elements of 5 King Gleeoks. Like, unless I had, like, endless Keys eyeballs and, like, a platform to keep using bullet time. But still, Gloom Hands, if I have a good bow and a bunch of bombs, it doesn't take that long, although they're all gonna turn into Phantom Ganons. I'm rethinking this now, because I want to find an army of Phantom Ganons. Well, it depends on, I suppose, what you mean by army. I've changed my mind. 5 King Gleeoks. Yeah, because I wasn't considering the Phantom Ganon situation. And last but not least, for Mr. Edwin, would you rather fight Phantom Ganon from Ocarina of Time, fight Phantom Ganon from Wind Waker, or fight Phantom Ganon from Tears of the Kingdom? Like I said on that other question about choosing which Ganon in which game, I'm always going to choose Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom stuff because it's the game I'm better at. I'm just more skilled in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild than any other Zelda game. So Phantom Ganon from Tears of the Kingdom. Thanks again for posting the questions, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.